Okay, guys, so just to make sure that we understand how things are going, since this is our first time using the videos, this video is going to cover questions number 1 and number 2 in your worksheet, and then you're going to be expected to know to do 3, 4, and 5 as additionally, and this video will help you do 3, 4, and 5 on your own. So again, this is how to solve a system of two linear equations, system in that we have two linear equations here, and what's new for you guys, and it's a review of Algebra 1 essentially, is the elimination method. Okay, and so let's just dig right in. Let's start off at number 1. And so we have negative 8x minus y equals 0. And then we have 6x plus y equals 2. So it's important to note before we even begin that we have two variables. We have an x and a y. So when it's asking us to solve right here, it's asking us to solve, we're going to have to find a value for x and find a value for y. So we're finding the intersection point between these two here. All right, so we're using what's called the elimination method. So we want to look for variables that have the same coefficient, but different signs. Okay, so let's take a look at this 8x and this 6x. Are the numbers the same in front? And no, they're not. 8 and 6 are not the same. So we look at the y. The y is the same because we have negative 1y. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this 1 in here. And we have a positive 1y here. So the numbers are the same, but the signs are different. We have a negative and we have a positive. So we are going to start off by eliminating this variable. And we're just going to add these two equations together. Okay, so let's just start off with negative 8x, and this is a positive 6x. So negative 8x plus 6x equals a negative 2x. Negative 1y plus 1y, this eliminates because a negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. So we eliminate essentially this variable here, and 0, and because there's no negative sign here, this is a plus. So 0 plus 2 equals 2. And then we treat this like a normal equation. Negative 2x equals 2. So we're going to solve for x, and that's being multiplied together, negative 2 times x. So to undo multiplication, we divide. And what I do on one side, I do on the other. And negative 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I'm left with 1x. 2 divided by negative 2 equals negative 1. So I already have an answer here for x. X equals negative 1. All right, so now we found an answer for x. But now let's find y. Okay, we have to find the second answer. And I'm going to be honest, I like working with positives instead of negatives. So I'm going to work with this equation here, the second equation. Always choose the easiest equation. So I've got 6x plus y. And I'm sorry, this looks really wonky on the screen because I am still getting used to this tablet. All right, so x equals negative 1. All right, and I've got to solve for y. So I'm going to plug in. I know what x is, but I don't know what y is. And x is negative 1. Okay, so 6 times negative 1 gives me a negative 6 plus y equals 2. Okay, and now I'm just going to solve for y. I add 6 to both sides. And y, well, negative 6 plus 6, guys, it eliminates, essentially another elimination. It reduces down to 0, and y equals 2 plus 6 is 8. So I have an answer here. So we want to say that the answer is not just x equals negative 1 and y equals 8. We want to say the intersection point is negative 1 comma 8. And let's go check this out on the graph to see if this is right. And there we go. Let's turn off. Hold on, guys. Okay, so I've got the graph all situated. Here is the first line, okay? And here is the second line, and it's intersecting right here. Well, let's see, at negative 1 comma 8. So we are correct. We found the exact intersection point for the first one. So just to review, we got the right answer, negative 1 comma 8. We added these two equations together because negative 1y plus 1y is 0. We add this together, it eliminates. We eliminate the y variable, and then we add these two together. We solve, we get x equals negative 1. We plug this answer back into one of our original equations, and we get an answer for y. And then we say that the intersection point is negative 1, 8. Okay, so let's do a second example, example number 2. Okay, guys, so here we are with example number 2, and we have 2x minus y equals 4. And then we have negative 2x plus 4y equals 2. So we're going to look for coefficients that are the same number, but the signs are different. So this is negative 1 and plus 4, so we don't want to eliminate these y's. What we're going to end up eliminating are these x's. Okay, because this is a positive 2x and this is a negative 2x. So we're adding these two equations together, essentially. 2x minus 2x, that eliminates or reduces down to 0. Then I have negative y plus 4y, and this is a negative 1. And this equals a positive 3y. 4 plus 2 equals 6. And then I treat this like a normal equation. I divide by 3, and y equals 2. Okay, so we're dividing by 3 here because we want to undo this multiplication between the 3 and the y. So to undo multiplication, you need to divide. All right, are we done? Are we done with this equation? Have we solved for everything? What do you think? Hopefully, we are thinking no. All right, we only have one answer. All right, we found an answer for the y. Now we need to find an answer for the x. Okay, so I'm going to take this y equals 2 and I'm going to substitute it in. I'm going to substitute it in to the first one, to the first equation. It really doesn't matter, guys, which equation you substitute it into. Either one works fine. I'm just choosing the first one right now. Okay, and I'm substituting in for y. So it's 2x minus whatever my y value is equals 4. Okay, and my y here is 2. So I'm going to put that 2 in right there. Okay, so then I'm left with, this has got that weird multiplication, guys. All right, I've got that negative here, and it's kind of like a 1. It's there, but it's not, but it's there. But it's totally there. It's that negative 1. Negative 1 times 2, it gives me negative 2, and I'm not doing anything else with this 2x, so I'm just bringing it down. All right, and now I'm going to solve this equation like I normally would. So I need to isolate this x. So to do that, I need to add 2 to both sides. Add 2. Okay, 6 equals 2x. Okay, just bringing it down. And to undo multiplication, I divide, so I'm dividing by 2, and x equals 3. So now I have an answer. All right, So the answer is the intersection point is 2, comma 3. Okay? All right, good luck on 3, 4, and 5.